Thank you for joining my masterclass. Now, today we're talking about how to relocate to the United States without an employment offer or without sponsorship. How to relocate to the United States without an employment letter or any form of sponsorship. Now, for most opportunities to move to the United States, you're going to require maybe like a sponsorship from somebody already in the United States or an employment offer, in which case your employer is going to be sponsoring you. Or you're going to have to get married to an American, a citizen of the United States, and then that person sponsors you in a marriage based visa or a fiancé visa. But then there is another way, and it's not very widely known, especially in Africa and some parts of Asia. And so a lot of people are unaware of this, and it's leading to people who otherwise could have qualified to emigrate to the United States, just like being frustrated in their attempts to relocate. Now, how can you relocate to the United States without having a job offer, without being sponsored? There is a category, it is a category. It's called the EB1A visa. That's the EB1A visa. Now, traditionally, the EB visa is employment based. But because, and there's two factors here, the United States has a birth rate of 1.7 per woman. So that's every woman in the United States on average has 1.7 children. And the minimum required to replicate a population, that means to keep a population from declining, is about 2.1 to 2.5. So obviously the birth rate of the United States is below par. And then also to keep the United States competitive in the STEM area, science, technology, engineering, maths, and also in arts, they need to have immigration of highly skilled individuals. So they created this category, they call it the EB1A visa. Now, traditionally, all EB visas are employment based, but they created the 1A category, which is for those who have exceptional ability in areas like science, arts, education, business, or athletics. I'm going to say that one more time. In science, arts, education, business, or athletics. So when you have exceptional abilities, you do not even need to have somebody sponsoring you. You do not even need to have an employment offer. You can just apply. And applying is really easy. We're going to go there. It's really very easy. So now, what you need to show that you have exceptional ability in these areas. So I'll give you a very good example. You can be a stark illiterate. You don't even have to have a PhD or a master's or a first degree. You can be a stark illiterate, and then you have invented something like maybe something in the sciences. Maybe you're in a village and you invented something like maybe a drone. And if you recall, there was a young man in Nigeria. His name is Asabo. Ignatius Asabo. You might want to look him up. He invented a drone. He was not very educated. He came from a poor background. But right now he's in Finland. You see, Finland has their own equivalent of the EB1A visas as we do most developed countries, because that's the only way they can stay competitive. And sadly, it leads to brain drain from third world countries, poor countries to richer countries. But it is what it is. Anyway, so this young man benefited from Finland's version of the EB1A visa. So it doesn't mean that you have to be educated. You can be like a footballer, you can be a sportsman, you can be an artist, you can be like maybe a sculptor or a visual artist. Maybe listen, if your work has been exhibited in a gallery, maybe like the Goethe Institute in your country or the British Council in your country or other galleries that are well known in your country, you qualify. You qualify. Now if you're a businessman, and you're a successful businessman, you also qualify. But there are other ways for you to go about this. So like I really prefer, although businessmen are included in this, but I really prefer for this to be for people who are not financially successful. Because the reason why I'm doing this is to address the endemic systemic generational poverty in Africa, parts of Asia, England, India, Bangladesh, Cambodia, Thailand, and Nepal, other places. So You apply for the EB1A visa if you have exceptional abilities in science, arts, education, business, or athletics. So let's say, for instance, you are in a country like Tanzania and you participated in the All Africa Games. In the All Africa Games, or maybe you are in Asia and then you participated in the Asia Games, the Asia Games, you automatically qualified. You, especially if you've won a medal, it could be a bronze medal, you automatically qualified. You qualified under the athletic subhead, because I think there are five subheads. So you have science, arts, education, business, or athletics. So a lot of people are going to qualify under athletics. A lot of people are going to qualify under arts. Now, in the education arena, if are in, like, maybe the education field, so maybe you're teaching at your university and you're teaching at a polytechnic and you have been able to demonstrate exceptional abilities. Maybe you've won vice chancellor's award for your research, for your publication. You do qualify. Like I said before, you do not need a job offer or a sponsor. You can just go and apply. Now, what are the requirements? It's very, very easy. You need to be able to have evidence of your extraordinary ability. So you need to have evidence of your extraordinary ability. Now, what do they mean by evidence? So, for instance, maybe you have received a national or international or subnational award. So, for instance, like in your country, I'm sure, like maybe the president normally gives every year awards to people. In a country like Nigeria, they have like the I think they call it the CFR, and then they also have the lesser awards. They have the CFR. I'm trying to remember the one. They have the CFR, and then they have the MON, I think, Member of the Order of the Niger. If you've won any of those awards, now that is now something that you can use to qualify. That's a documentation that you can use. And also, if your work has been published in any significant trade journal, So, for instance, maybe you're an artist, and then maybe like an art magazine in your country or out of your country has published your work. You can also use that as maybe like a documentation, or maybe your work has been published in a gallery, and then that gallery, they did some material, they did like maybe a brochure. You can use that. That's one of the requirements. And then another thing is that you have to be aware that once you're giving the EB1A visa, you're giving it on the condition that you must limit yourself to the kind of work or the kind of area that you are doing in your home country. So, for instance, if you get the EB1A visa as an athlete, or as an artist, or as an education person, like maybe a renowned teacher, or as a scientist, an inventor like Ignatius Asabo, you can't go to the United States and then you want to become a musician or singer, want to work at a factory, or you want to like set up a business in some other area. You have to continue in that line, because that's why they're giving you the visa. They're giving you the visa because of your exceptional ability, and they want you to continue in that line in the United States. Now, how do you apply? Very, very easy peasy lemon squeezy. So all you need to do, there's a form. That form is the form I-140. The form is the form I-140. You don't need anybody. You don't need me. You don't need a lawyer. You do not need anybody. All you just need is that form I-140. You fill out that form. The questions are very, very easy. They want to know your details. They would like to know where you've been living for the last 5 years of your life. Things like that. They want to know that you're not a member of any terrorist organization. They want to know things about you. And then, you fill out the form. Now, it costs $700. I mean, it's very reasonable. $700 is quite reasonable. It's something that is worth investing in your future. You just invest $700, and you file the form, and it's something that is doable. Now, having said that, a lot of Indians are benefiting from this. Somehow, there's a lot of awareness of the EB1A visa in India that is not in other countries. A lot of Indians are benefiting from it. But, you also can benefit from it. Fill the form I-140, pay the $700. Now there is also an opportunity for you to have an expedited processing of your application, but it's rather expensive. I think it's about $2,500. It's not quite $2,500. I think it's $2,350, but I'll round it up to $2,500. Many of you might not afford that, so you might just want them to process it the normal way, pay your $700. My name is Reno Mokri. Now if you've watched this and if you have questions arising from this, please put them in the comment section, and my staff and I were very good at responding to comments. Now it has to be comments, questions that are arising from this video, or you can go to my social media profiles. They're all verified, and you can ask the questions there. Once again, my name is Reno Mokri. I do not have a WhatsApp forum. I do not have a Telegram channel. I do not have a Gmail address. So you see some people, they download my picture and then they create fake profiles because they see that my videos get viral, and they poach people. They are scammers. They've caused a lot of people to be depressed by scamming them. Please don't fall for that. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.